Hello and welcome to AC 501 Financial Accounting and Reporting, Unit 1, Introduction to the Regulatory Framework. After completing this unit, you should be able to compare the major financial statements. Additionally, you should be able to classify the objectives of financial reporting. You should also be able to prioritize the basic assumptions of accounting and analyze the steps in the accounting cycle.
Hello and welcome to AC 501 Financial Accounting and Reporting, Unit 1. This unit focuses on the beginning of accounting, the conceptual framework, and discussing the history of standard setting bodies and why the previous two were not so successful. You will finish with the accounting cycle and why double entry accounting, GAAP and IFRS, are so important to accounting today. So let's get started. First, we start with our overview and objectives, as you can see here. And after we complete this unit, you should hopefully learn all of these different learning objectives. Then we move on to the Unit 1 reading, where we're going to cover chapters 1, 2, and 3, financial accounting and accounting standards, conceptual framework for financial reporting, and one of my favorites, the accounting information system. So you'll begin about reading all of these and how the accounting standards are set so that all companies report in the same way to allow for comparison. In addition, you'll see how the conceptual framework has been used to set the accounting system that is used today, so the information needed for informed decisions can be relayed properly through the financial statements. Then we move on in our unit to two different discussions. As you can see here, we have our Unit 1 introductions and our Unit 1 discussion board. Then we continue to our learning activity. So Wiley Plus has practice questions that you can use to help test your knowledge of the material. This is optional, it's not graded, but I definitely highly recommend you complete this learning activity before you try the assignment. And you have unlimited number of attempts to complete each question, and it'll give you immediate feedback each time you submit it. So hopefully you find this useful. Then we move on to our Unit 1 lab learning activity, and then it should look something like this, right? So you'll get this piece of information, it'll open up your homework and your Unit 1 lab. So you should see that. And then if we continue here in our Unit 1, we have the practice, and then we have the actual lab itself. And once that loads, you'll see that in Wiley Plus, you're going to complete several different exercises. And so I definitely recommend completing the learning activity before attempting these exercises. And then once you do that, you will be ready to complete the lab. And then you also have a lab quiz. So this is a 10-question multiple choice quiz in Wiley Plus, and it'll hopefully cover the concepts that we've learned so far. So this quiz is graded, and you have 2 hours and only one attempt to complete it. And the quiz has to be completed in one sitting. Then we will also have our Unit 1 seminar. So I will post announcements to let you know when that is. And then we have the end of our unit. So once you complete all of these activities, we should be at the end of Unit 1. And basically, at this point, you should hopefully have had a better understanding of the conceptual framework and how it supports the standard setting process. And hopefully you analyze the accounting cycle and all of its steps. And then looking ahead for Unit 2, you'll be examining the components of the financial statements, especially the balance sheet and the income statement to begin. And we'll also study how they can affect what is reported to the users on those financial statements. And that's the end of our Unit 1. Thanks for watching.